Cameron Boozer, he's got it 15 feet out on the right. Faces up, drives Cody into the paint, going to work, steps through, count it, and a foul! Cameron Boozer taking over, and the lead grows to 13. Oh, a steal by Boozer, gonna change it anyway. Oh! On the attack with a two-hand stuff. My goodness. The rebound for Cameron Boozer. A chance to get a little bit closer, under 9 minutes to go. He'll go all the way and throw it down. They're back within 2. Timeout, Arkansas. And now a steal by Cameron Boozer. Behind the back in transition. Oh! And he punches it down. The full bag of tricks from Cam Boozer. And the lead is 21. My goodness.
Cam Boozer has been incredible for us. You know, what he's done statistically is off the charts. I mean, it's as good as we've had. But to me, it's more about his spirit that he plays with, the fact that he doesn't back down from anybody. He's got a belief when he's on the floor. He's the best player. We're the best team. And I think that carries over to the rest of our guys. And what he's done to start this year is off the charts. And I think the exciting part, Cam would say himself, I don't think he feels he's even played great. And so the fact that there's still so much there is incredible and says a lot about him.
After spending Thanksgiving in Chicago, the Blue Devils arrive back at home tonight for the marquee matchup of the 3rd annual ACC-SEC Challenge. Jon Scheyer's group finished November with a perfect 8-0 record, including wins over Texas, Kansas, and Arkansas, and now they turn their attention to the defending national champions. It's Duke in Florida, and off we go from Cameron. Caden bounces it. Oh, Brown wide open, and he dunks it down. They just left number 6 all alone in the paint, and Duke has the lead again. Looking back door, Evans has it off the window. Counted and a foul. Isaiah flexing the lead back to 3, and here they come up by 3. Isaiah weaving to the top of the key, the lob to Gugma. Punch that thing down. The lead is 5. Boozer a theft, a race, put it up and in. Off the window. Boozer has 22. Waiting, dribbles to the right, looking back door, bounced it for Boozer, a 3. Got it! A rainbow to give him the lead with 2:05 to go. Cameron Boozer's got it again. Chinyelu defending, drives him into the paint, bully ball, off the window and in. Cameron Boozer taking over. He's got 29, the lead back to 3.
Well, the ACC-SEC Challenge, I think, has been a great thing. It defines a lot of what your league can do at the end of the year. You know, we saw each year, depending on the records, of how that can influence the tournament selection and all that. But I think the best thing that it does, it brings out the best of different teams. When you go play a home game or a road game, I think you just get tested with great competition. It's led to some incredible environments that we've seen. And it's an honor to be a part of this.
27 seconds to go. Bounces top of the key. Boozer's got it now. Chinyelu there defensively. Dribbles to the right to Evans on the left. He wants a 3. Got it! Big time from Slim. The lead is 1. 67-66. 15 seconds to go. Fland on the left. Boozer there. Down to 10 seconds now. It's Condon with 9. 8 seconds to go. Fland on the perimeter. On the right, a double team. He lost it. Foster to Boozer. He's fouled. 2.5 to go.
Well, to be in that moment and to execute while never being in that moment before as a team, I think says a lot. You know, we've practiced a ton of game situations in practice in the preseason, but it's a different feeling when you get in a real-time game and you're in that moment. And I thought the poise by Cam Boozer just in that play, he had the ball in his hands. I thought he had incredible poise and made a great delivery in the pass to Isaiah. And everything's important in that play. The positioning of Pat Gongba, the positioning of Darren Harris, Caleb Foster, allowed Isaiah to get that shot also. So that's the thing that's important, the timing, the spacing, and the coordination from all 5 guys on the floor.
Last chance for the Gators. Halkin backcourt on the baseline to our left. He's got it now. Waiting, lobs it, deflected by Brown, it's over! Malik made the play! And Duke gets it done!
The crowd and the atmosphere for the Florida game was incredible. You know, our fans, our students, the way they showed up was big time. And that was a physical tournament-like game. And it was a game where it wasn't, even though we got separation, look, they have winning DNA, we have winning DNA, and I thought it was both teams and both players making big-time plays back and forth. And it was a game where you had to make one more play, and our guys did that at the end, and I'm really proud of their effort. And I thought the competitiveness and the will to win really stood out from our guys.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Coca-Cola. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long-distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's a great time to buy, great time for traditions.
It's like loading up a Ford SUV and going to Grandma's house.
Hitting the slopes in a built wild Bronco.
Or making the big delivery with Ford F-Series.
Does it come in red?
Making customers happy. That's my favorite tradition.
Like my sweater.
Mm-hmm.
Now get the best-selling truck in the Carolinas with 0% financing, 0 down payment, and 0 payments for up to 90 days. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Let's go, bud. Hurry up. Come on. I'm a baseball dad. Just because I didn't go pro doesn't mean my kid won't. Give me that.
No pressure, kid. Just everyone watching.
Coach says it doesn't matter if you win or lose the game, but that's what losers say. You got to swivel those hips, right? And you got to swing. Forward! And if you don't have the right insurance, you can be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
We understand your time is important, and so is how you measure it. You may want a beautiful timepiece that's able to perform under intense pressure. Or you may want a chronograph with unparalleled accuracy and a sophisticated style. At Reed's Jewelers, you'll find the perfect watch to measure your time. Time is the currency of your life. Measure it well.
And for a 26th consecutive season, the Blue Devils get things started with a win. They beat Texas 75-60 is the final score. And Jon Scheyer gets year number 4 underway with a double-digit win here in Charlotte in the Dick Vitale Invitational. And the final 22 seconds will melt off this clock at Madison Square Garden. And the Blue Devils are going to pick up their 9th win in the Champions Classic. It'll be their 5th consecutive win to start the season. They had to fight tonight, but they got it done. 78-66 the final score. And Jon Scheyer in his return to his hometown is going to leave with a 9-point win. 80-71 the final score. The Blue Devils get it done over Arkansas. They are now 8-0 on the year. The Razorbacks fall to 5-2. And a fun week in Chicago on this Thanksgiving night ends with a 9-point Blue Devil win. Cameron Boozer at 29. Evans 13, the dagger from 3, the winner. And Brown the deflection that finishes off a 9th straight win to start the season.
we knew we were going to learn a lot about our team no matter what these first 10 games. And we knew it was an incredibly difficult schedule. Most of the games were away from home. And we were playing physical, well-coached, talented teams. And so what it's done is it's put us in some situations where it's exposed some great strengths that we've had. And I think we've stepped up and we've learned some things in that way. And then it's also brought some things more to a head in terms of where we have to ultimately grow to be the team that we want at the end of the year. And that's why we did this schedule. It's been everything we could ask for and more. It's been a grind, it's been taxing, but it's also been great to learn about our team with who we can be.
On the drop, got a step on Gillespie, goes up through contact, counted in a foul. Nice strong move to the hoop. Now it's Evans curling at the left elbow, got inside, lobbed it up, and Gungba punched it down with the right hand, and the lead back to 6. Wow! Pat waits, wants to drive, got to the baseline on hand lock 10, picked up his dribble, found it to Brown. What a pass off the window and in! I have no idea how it got through, and the lead back to 6.
Well, you start with thinking about our team and the work that our front court has done. You know, we have as good of a front court as there is in college basketball with what Cam Boozer has done, Pat Gongba, Malik Brown. You know, the three of those guys, that's a position of strength for us at those positions and their ability even to play all of them on the floor at the same time. But that's been a huge strength for us. And in these games, the closer games we've had, we finished with a different lineup 4 times in the 4 games. And so the versatility and the ability for different guys to step up, I think is critical, and that's something that's great. And we're not close to the team we can be because we still have a bunch of guys who are figuring out who they are and how they can make an impact, and we have to help them in that. But to me, it's the versatility, you know, the work our front court has done, and then the fact that each game, different guys, I can speak to all 9 guys stepping up in these moments to have a big impact on winning.
Trying to drive Caden Boozer to the baseline, cut off there, whips it cross court for a 3 from Young, that's too strong. Cameron Boozer the rebound, leaking out, Haminya to throw it down. To the corner, Evans, a ball fake and a drive. Got inside, back up top, Caden wide open, good again. They bounce it inside for Gillis. Oh, Evans a rejection. And now an outlet pass for Darren Harris. 2-on-1 in transition, right to the rack to lay it in. 2:25 to go. A 3 would take him to 100. Harris trying to do it on the left, and he will. And a turnover. Cotton had to golf his foot into the arms of Darren Harris, right to the rack again, and he lays it in.
We have a 9-man rotation, and that's not necessarily the norm for us, but each guy has stepped up in different moments and impacted winning. And you can count each game we've played and somebody different. I think that's the exciting part for our team, and it's also where we have to continue to find good continuity where we still have role identification. We understand a little bit more of who's doing what and how we're doing it. And our coaching staff and I have to help them with that. Valuing the ball, we have to do a better job, you know, in some of these games. We've done a great job overall statistically, but in a couple of these games, you can't have, 10 plus turnovers and 1-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. We need to do a better job getting a shot up on the glass. That's a big thing for us. And then our defensive rebounding. Our first shot defense has been terrific. It's been as good as there is in the country. We have to do a better job finding ways to finish possessions and not give teams a second chance to score.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Gatorade, created to hydrate better than water. Gatorade, the official sports drink of Duke Athletics.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Turn up the heat on the competition this season with CPI Security, proud partner of the Duke Blue Devils.
Hey, what's up, roomie? I got us some Jersey Mike subs.
Danny DeVito? Are you my freshman roommate?
And that doesn't matter. This is a Jersey Mike's commercial where the subs matter most. I mean, look how big that is. We can eat that for lunch and for dinner. Hey, we eat that. Hey, who let the rents in? You want a Jersey Mike's?
Introduce us to your new roommate.
Mom, it's Danny DeVito.
That's mine. Don't touch it. Where the subs matter most. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
From the mountains to the coast and everywhere in between, Duke's researchers are working hard for North Carolina so you can be there for the moments that matter the most. From our labs to the ones you love.
Duke Research saves lives.
On a crisp late fall afternoon, we welcome you inside Wallace Wade Stadium, where the emotions already overflowing as 26 players honored on this senior day. Hard to believe we've already arrived at the final regular season game of the season. Of course, the ACC race is still in play, but perhaps more importantly, a chance to sweep the Big Four for a second consecutive season for the first time in more than 60 years. Here's the snap. A give to Shepard, straight ahead, dancing to the left, still on his feet. Oh, he slipped through! Touchdown! He just stayed upright, found daylight, and Duke is on the board first. And so ready, here's the snap. He will throw, backpedals, looks to the left, escapes that way, still looking downfield. Darian might run for it, to the pylon! Touchdown! Darian Minson takes it in! What a time for his first rushing score this season. Castle offset to the right of Minson, step or two behind. Here's the snap, give it to number 4, straight ahead into the pile and into the end zone. Anderson Castle has done it again. Castle, the tailback, he'll get the carry straight ahead, trying to move the pile into the end zone. Touchdown! Castle would not be denied, and it's 34-17 with the extra point to come. The shotgun snap, give it to Shepard through the left side, 10, cuts inside at the 5, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown! And they will throw end zone. Hazley's got it! What an exclamation point for Jeremiah Hazley with 23 seconds to go. What a night for the Blue Devils on senior night. They beat Wake Forest 49-32. A 4th consecutive win for the Blue Devils on senior night. A 4th consecutive win over Wake Forest and 4 consecutive bowl bursts. Back-to-back state titles, the program's first win over Florida State, consecutive wins over Dabo Swinney and Clemson. A lot of firsts for this group, and still more to come. But what a night tonight. They knock off Wake Forest for a 4th consecutive time. 49-32 is the final score.
You know, after the Virginia game, you know, in our mind, really, Charlotte was an afterthought. Felt like the league was beyond us at that point. And so our big refocus 2 weeks ago to the day was just, let's just win a football game. Let's just beat North Carolina. And the guys prepared really well. I think we flipped from the disappointment to really focusing our attention to win that game. We did. You did that, and they hand you a belt afterwards. And then the same thing with Wake Forest, right? Okay, we won that game. Right now we have Wake Forest. I know there was some talk about, hey, maybe there's a way to get into Charlotte. We denied it. We didn't even discuss it. We're just going to win a football game. We're just going to worry about beating Wake Forest. We did that. Became state champions, and it was a very happy locker room. Nobody sat there last night and said, and now maybe you know, it wasn't about that. The joy was just about, you know, beating Wake Forest and beating an in-state rival. And so that's instantly the focus for this game, right? Is we have to just go find a way to win a game. If you win the game, they'll name you a league champion, they'll hand you a trophy afterwards. But we're not really concerning ourselves with that. Obviously, we played very poorly the last time we played Virginia. They had a lot to do with that. And so that'll just be the focus here. It's just a great lesson in sports and life or whatever. If you stay in the fight, right, good things happen. And people generally think that excellence is about being the most talented or being, you know, the most gifted or whatever. And in life, that's usually just not the case. It's people normally self-select themselves out of greatness because at some point it looks like it gets hard, or it looks like your goal is too far away, or it's not happening as fast as you want it to happen. and people self-sabotage. These college football programs self-sabotage all the time based off short-term results. And so that's why I said I think the thing that I'm most proud of this team this year is whether it's the Illinois loss or any of the other setbacks we've had. And that's why, again, people like to beat you over the head for losing 5 games. Those 5 games have taught us immense things about our program, of what it is that we're trying to build here. But the biggest thing is that to see how the guys stayed in the fight, and even the game with Wake, they did a phenomenal job of staying after us, never making the game comfortable, but we closed. And that's 2 weeks in a row now that we've closed in the fourth quarter. And I think that's been a great skill for our guys to recognize that they have.
Well, I actually texted Manny Diaz. I mean, Manny and, really happy for Duke football. The fact that they're in the ACC championship game is a big deal. And I think the best word to describe what they've done this year is they're resilient. They just hung tough. And, they had a couple losses I know they were, disappointed with, and the ability to turn the page and come back and just, claw their way to just find a way to win and put themselves in a position to play for an ACC championship. Absolutely incredible, and obviously wishing them the best of luck in Charlotte.
It's bow time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Carolina legend can make your tailgate a winner. We're talking crispy chicken, made from scratch buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your crew faster than you can say touchdown. Let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time.
We understand your time is important, and so is how you measure it. You may want a beautiful timepiece that's able to perform under intense pressure. Or you may want a chronograph with unparalleled accuracy and a sophisticated style. At Reed's Jewelers, you'll find the perfect watch to measure your time. Time is the currency of your life. Measure it well.
Thought they were out of style, huh? Well, check their new game day fit. Oh, snap! DirecTV got hot.
That's right. DirecTV is flexing with all those pro and college games at your fingertips. This ain't your dad's cable, son. It's Couture.
Thank you. I got this. Catching your favorite teams is easy. Whether it's on live TV or streaming, your games are front and center.
We're talking tailor fit. DirecTV ain't playing.
They're playing football.
Well, yeah, obviously they're playing football, but they knew what I was talking about.
You look ridiculous.
I think you look nice.
Yeah, you look nice, too.
It's bow time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Carolina legend can make your tailgate a winner. We're talking crispy chicken, made from scratch buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your crew faster than you can say touchdown. Let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time.
Hear live, out-of-market play-by-play this year with the Varsity Network app. In a truly unique listening experience, capture every moment and all of the drama. Powered by Learfield, the Varsity app delivers the soundtrack of your favorite teams. Access live and on-demand audio broadcasts, plus over 100 official school podcasts for free through the Varsity app. Download the Varsity Network app today.
Duke Basketball 360 with Coach Jon Scheyer.
It's a Thanksgiving classic, more than worthy of a second helping. Duke and Arkansas. And off we go from Chicago. Back outside, Boozer. He'll drive with 10 to shoot. A quick first step and a two-hand stop. Cameron Boozer lighting up Chicago. He's got 15 and the lead is 12. The rebound for Cameron Boozer. A chance to get a little bit closer, under 9 minutes to go. He'll go all the way and throw it down. They're back within 2. Timeout, Arkansas. Now drives to the right, Foster. A ball fake and a 3. Give it to him. Caleb dials it up. The lead back to 4. And Jon Scheyer in his return to his hometown is going to leave with a 9-point win. 80-71 the final score. The Blue Devils get it done over Arkansas.
Caleb and Cam for us were terrific down the stretch. And, Caleb's ability to touch the paint here was huge. And great touch, great finish. I thought this was the shot of the game. We're down 7. And Pat causes confusion, which is great. And then Caleb, just no hesitation, knocks in the 3. And then the sequence of Caleb's 3 and then Cam coming down and pushing the break. Great finish. And all of a sudden, it's a different game. It's a 2-point game, and their ability to respond in those moments. I love the connectivity. I love teammates cheering for one another. The huddles were great. And then Caleb did a great job of no hesitation, getting to the paint, and then making a late decision to give Cam another dunk. Just big-time plays by those guys down the stretch. I think this was a big play. Cam started with the screen and just the ability to attack closeouts. And Cam does a great job of just pivoting, playing with his feet under him, and then playing through contact and the end one finish. Caleb, same thing here. 2-foot play in the paint. He's able to step through, gets his eyes on the rim, and then the left hand. Been on him for 2 years about his left hand. It's good to see him finish that. And this is great execution. Key moment of the game, great spacing, and again, another and one finish. And Cam's doing a great job of playing through contact. And then this was just such a big three, by Caleb. Being ready without the ball, great space, great poise in the shot fake, and then the confidence to knock it down. And Cam trusted him in that moment. Just a big-time play by both guys. Our team is showing great perseverance. It hasn't been, we've been some tough moments. And in that game, Caleb, the plays he made down the stretch were huge. The three he hit, some of his passes, he had 8 assists. Cam, his will, I think throughout the game, if you just look at him, his competitive will to carry us over the finish line is huge. The Chicago Thanksgiving trip was so special. For our guys, it was a great chance to bond. We got there early, had a Thanksgiving meal with all our families. The entire team was there, our entire staff. I think it's a reminder of how much goes into running a program, all the people that support us, all of our staff members, everybody, all of our coaches, and then the families that support our players. And so to play Arkansas there, prime time game, and to play the United Center back in Chicago, for me personally, I grew up watching games there. It was just a great time. And then to see the toughness and the experience of being in a battle against a really good team and to come out with a win, you always get a chance. Whenever you get a chance to learn from winning, that's a heck of a thing, and that Arkansas game was a great example of that.